Hi guys, welcome to Thursday. So we've got a strength portion and a WOD portion for today. First we're going to get started with a warm-up, 40 seconds on, 20-second transition. You're going to start rowing for meters. If you don't have access to a rower, then you can jog or jump rope. Next we're going to go weighted PVC strict press. So on the weighted PVC strict press, you're going to have the hands just outside the shoulders. I want you to tuck the ribs, squeeze the butt, tuck the head, and then press out. Ears are covered by the biceps. Move the head so you can come back down. Ideally, this bar should be resting on my shoulders. So the bar is going to be back in my fingertips. I'm going to press and then return back down. If you're at home, what I want you to do is just grab one dumbbell or kettlebell, hold horizontally here. Same idea, you're going to tuck your rib cage, squeeze your butt, and then press out overhead, ears covered by the biceps. Next, we're going to go empty barbell, strict press, or if you're at home, I want you to go ahead and grab your second weight. You're going to hold in your hands like so. Again, tuck the rib cage, squeeze the butt, press straight up, and then come back down. Touch the shoulders between every rep. Next, we're going to go to an up-down, step-up over. So similar to our burpee, we're going to stay in a plank though. We're not going to touch the ground with our chest. And then we're just going to step up and over the box. So I'm going to jump back to my plank, jump forward, and then step up. I'll turn, perform my next up, down, and then step over the box. If you're at home, what you can do is an up, down, tuck jump. So I'm going to jump back to plank, jump forward, and then jump and try to pull my knees up as high as possible towards my chest. Next, we're going to do a burpee box jump over. So for this, my chest is going to touch. So I'm going to jump back, jump up. I'll take a step closer to the box, push my hips back, jump, and then step off or jump off and perform the next rep. Remember, when it's called for a box jump or step up over, you do not have to stand all the way on the top of the box when you get there. Instead, stay crouched, stay low, and then exit off to the other side. If you're at home, you're going to do a burpee broad jump. So in this case, I'm going to burpee, and then I just want to jump as far forward as possible. So I'll go down to my burpee, and then from here, I'm going to push my hips and arms back, and then extend, and then jump as far as I can forward, and then I'll just turn around, burpee, broad jump back. Next, we're going to go weighted PVC power snatches. So for this, I want the hands out nice and wide. The bar should hit that hip crease. I also want you hook gripping, so fingers around the thumbs. We're going to go shoulders down and back for good posture. Feet are right underneath the hips. We're going to push the knees out and then bend at the waist, coming down just below the knees. I'm going to keep the bar close, pop my hips, and then stand all the way up. When I come back down, I'll catch in those hips, push my knees out, reload, and stand all the way at the top. If you're at home, what I want you to do is actually Russian kettlebell swings. The reason being is, if you've been following along at home, you've already done a lot of dumbbell snatches this week, so I just want to mix it up and give you a different movement. For the Russian swings, guys, the bell's going to be on the ground just in front of the toes, and then I'm going to hike and then squeeze my butt when the bell's at shoulder height. I'll half swing back down when I finish. Next, we're going to go empty barbell power snatch, or now I want you to go overhead for our American swing. At the top of the American swing, I want to think about tucking the ribs, squeezing the butt. Bell's still going to start on the ground. I'll still hike, and then I'm thinking about squeezing everything nice and tight, half swing, back down. And then for this last piece, guys, you're going to have a band, and you're going to perform a couple different banded movements for the back and for the arms. So the first one is going to be our pull-aparts. I'm going to have you go overhand. So we're going to go palms down. You're going to pull until the band hits your chest. Hold for a second. And I really want you to think about squeezing those shoulder blades together. Then we're going to do a couple reps there. We'll go underhand. So just going to hit slightly different parts of the back and shoulder. And then lastly, we'll do a few reps of hammer curls. So I've got the band underneath my feet here, and I'm just going to curl the band up using my biceps. home, what I want you to do is just grab a single dumbbell or kettlebell, and from here, just perform a few rows during this time. It's not meant to be heavy, it's meant to be some active recovery for the back and shoulders and biceps. All right, so guys, what we're gonna do, if you're at the gym, we're gonna split into two groups. First one's gonna start on the strength, second one will start on the WOD, and then we'll switch. For the strength, guys, you're gonna do 5 to 7 reps of that strict press. You're gonna take the bar off the rack at the rig, press 5 to 7 times, and then afterwards you're gonna do your banded exercises. So I got roughly 5 to 7 reps. When you get into your heavier weight, 3 to 5 reps, and then it'll always be 10 reps of the band work. We're gonna go through those pull aparts and those hammer curls. Definitely use the incremental plates. If you're at the gym, the incremental plates come in small sizes, so 1 pound all the way down to a 1/4 pound. So especially with the strict press, there's a big difference between pressing 98 pounds and 100 pounds overhead. So use the incremental plates to kind of dial in that weight. If you're at home, I want you to try using a couple different things. So tempo we've talked about before, where they're going to press both dumbbells up and then slowly lower down. So you're coming down for maybe a 3 to 5 second negative and then pressing back up. Another thing we can do is what's called a 1.5 rep, where I'm going to press, I'll come down, touch the shoulders, halfway, back down, and back up. The other thing I can do is also add in what we call segmented pauses. So I'm just pausing at 3 different spots as I come down. So this is increasing my time under tension and just making the movement harder with the lighter weights that I have. Okay, so for our WOD today, we're gonna do a 13-minute AMRAP. You're gonna start off with a 1,000-meter row buy-ins. That means you only do it once. Then in the time remaining, you're gonna complete as many reps as possible of power snatches. One other caveat here, every minute on the minute, you're gonna stop wherever you are and perform 5 burpee box jump overs. RX is 24 inches for the guys, 20 inches for the ladies. If this takes more than 30 seconds, scale to 3 burpee box jump overs. So what we don't want to happen is for your workout to just be burpee box jump overs, because it takes you a long time to do them. So definitely scale to 3 reps, maybe even fewer if it's taking more than 30 seconds, because I want you to have time during each minute to be able to perform some power snatches, okay? For the weight on the power snatch, I would say something that you can lift unbroken at least 3 reps at a time with. So every time you get up to the bar, you're gonna snatch, and then when the minute hits, you're gonna stop what you're doing, perform your burpee box jump over. If you need to modify what we did in the warm-up, you could do an up-down to a step-up over. For those, you could also adjust the height, so maybe 24 inches too high, go to 20 or 16. If you are at home, guys, I want you to sub a 1,000-meter run. If running's not an option, because maybe it's raining or something, then you can jump rope for about 4 minutes or so, or however long you think it would take you to perform a 1,000-meter run. You can also, like we talked about, substitute the for the burpee box jump overs. If you don't have a box, you're going to do what we did in the warm-up, which is that burpee broad jump. The RX for the guys is 4 feet, so just set up some tape that's 4 feet, jump from one to the other. For ladies, it's 3 feet distance for the broad jump, that's the RX. And then, like we talked about, some of those American swings for the snatches. Another way that you can kind of make the swing a little more interesting, a little bit harder, is just to do what we call single rep or dead stop kettlebell swings. So what I'm going to do is 1 swing, and then I'm going to come back down to the ground and reset. So basically, I'm taking out the momentum in between every swing and forcing myself to really focus on that initial hike and drive overhead, okay? So just something to think about if you want to try that in the workout. Guys, be sure to put in the comments what you strict press. You can put this in Zen Planner as well. Also your WOD score, how many power snatches you ended up getting, if you made any other modifications to the workout. I hope you have fun with this. If you have any questions, please let me know. Good luck, move well, have fun.